Here we are on the beach at Beachley, underneath the bridge. It's flaming cold, misty. Tide is currently out. But look, we've lost our bridge. It's shrouded in mist. But we've come down to see if we can find any treasures that have been washed up in all the stormy weather, and see if we can find some pipe stems and things. So I'll be back in a sec or two to show you any goodies that we might find. So currently walking up and down. Found my first piece of pipe stem already. I just checked on the phone and the temperature is currently 1 degree and it is bitter. We've got the wind coming up off the river and it is proper cold, but we're wrapped up warm. Got me walkie boots on today, so keep my feet nice and clean from the mud, because there's going to be mud down the other end. So what I'm doing is I'm just walking up and down all the shale bank. I'm looking out for pipe stems initially. Any other bits of treasure. So if you see anything, shout loud. I think that's what the other mudlarkers say, isn't it? Shout as loud as you can. Hecky thump, that wind is cold. Just keeping an eye on the tide. Just walking down here, see what we can find. Just bypass Peter there because he's following behind looking. Okay, so we're going back up. See if we can find, because he's double checking. Make sure I don't miss anything. So when we find some more treasures, I'll be back in a sec or two for you. Maybe 10 minutes, half hour for me. Toodle-pip. And we're coming up to across here. There's a sandstone thingy that goes to like a beacon at the end. Just at the end of the trees here, there was a structure that went up with a big hole in it, and in the winter storm so far that's all been eroded away because it's completely gone. So those of you who have followed our walks on the beach before will notice that that it's all gone. So that just goes to show how powerful, there's a bit of blue, how powerful the sea is, or the river I should say, and it's just eroding away slowly all of the bank. It's quite shocking actually, because that was a big chunk of stone that's come off of there. We're just hightailing it to the place where the pipe stems normally hide, because the tide is on the turn, and if anybody knows the River Severn, you have to be mindful and respectful of the river, because the tide is coming in again. So we just got to be vigilant and not get cut off. So I'm doing the furthest bit away first, and then walk our way back in a more manly fashion. Keep stopping every now and again to see the piles of shingle, because that's where the pipe stems normally end up. Alright, I'll be back in a mo when I found some treasure. Got a very large hunk of tree root base that's been washed up on the bank, and to give you some perspective, it is quite a large chunk. So the river's just swept that up here and deposited it. As I said, you know, it's quite eerie down here with it being so misty, quite spooky. So with regards to the treasures of the pipe stems and stuff, well, not much around, very slim pickings, but I'm going to keep looking and I'll be back as soon as I find anything. You see how the sandstone's been eroded. There's all the layers there of different sedimentary deposits, and then as you go up you can actually see where the bank is coming away, and the weight of the trees etc are pulling it down. So yeah, the winter has taken its toll on the banks and what have you. So I'm just trying to walk without falling flat on my face on this uneven ground. Having a look, still looking for pipe stems and any nice bit of pottery, but the amount of footprints that are here, the camera doesn't really pick it up, but somebody's already been beach combing. So we are a bit late in the day as the tide is coming in, so I'll be back in the mo. Okay, so Peter was very fortunate to find on the beach a fossil ammonite. Look at that, isn't that amazing? Absolutely perfect. But it's been very slim pickings today. We're just going to walk back now because the tide is coming in. All I've got is a few pipe stems and a little bit of nice worn, whoopsie, I'm going to drop my best bit. Pick him up. Some pipe stems and a little bit of, before dropping all the rest of the bits, some nice blue and white pottery which is nicely worn. So we're going to walk back to the bridge and the walkway and continue to look for treasures on the way, but we've got to be very mindful of the tide, because at the minute the tide's pushing up and we can't even see the bridge. So for our own safety, because that river is a beast, for our own safety we're going to make our way back to the slipway. So we'll see you in a mo. So we've just walked down the beach from over there, so now you can't see where that rock goes out into the river. Tide is still coming in, and you can just see where the bridge comes out of the mist. A couple of fisher fellas over there on the slipway. Can ask them in a minute what they're going to be catching. But yeah, very slim pickings on the finds today. Very slim indeed. I did find myself a nice piece of red glass. And that's about it. All the rest is just a few pipe stems which I've already shown you. But yeah, pretty spooky. We're gonna make a move now. Hope you enjoyed our little chilly walk on the riverbank, and we'll see you again next time. Take care.